Next on the Gary Lamb Network.
You want to dress like a whore. You want to wear the pants. You don't know when to shut up. You have no wisdom. You're not a nurturer. If I get sick, you ain't got soup for me. If I'm on fire, you won't even pee on me.
Where's the incentive?
Let me tell you something. You got women, right? You got some women, like real shit, that hate black men. You hate everything about me. I'm a god. I'm beautiful. I'm not saying you. Don't make it personal. I'm saying it. I'm generalizing, right? And black men need to have that. It's not a problem.
Now she
Not a problem at all.
Did you see that?
She took it out on the wrong guy, and he's trying to help her. I'm just trying to tell you to use the mic.
She forgot what she was for 5 seconds.
Ciao.
What up, YouTube? This is your boy, Gary Lamb.
And this is Lady Lamb.
Bring you relevant content on life, freedom, and the pursuit of wealthiness. And we have a clip here that we want to go over with 8 at a table. And they had a guest. He goes by the name of S.M.A.R.T guy. And I really want to bring this to your attention. So let's just get into it because there's a lot that has to be uncovered. And I have my wife here because she's going to keep me honest.
I mean, I believe this, so.
Right.
But, you know what I'm saying? You give me your perspective.
Oh, yeah, I am.
Do you feel as if the men, all men, I'm not going to give it to black and white, but let's talk now.
Let's talk black men. I don't,
Right.
for me, like, even with my tour, what I'm doing, right? Like, by this time next year, I'm giving out reparations. I'm doing a lot in my community, right? And for black people. I don't care, but I'm talking about black people. My whole message point is for us. Now, when you talk about slavery, right? We talk about systemic racism. We talk about the Willie Lynch letter, right? We talk about, the black man is God, right? We talk about, the greatest soldier in a white man's army being the black woman and the black woman being the pawn. And then they figured out early on through slavery that because they were killing us, right?
Run that just a little bit. When he started to say the Willie Lynch letter, I just want to know and see if it's just me or not. Can you just a little, because I'm trying to follow her reactions here. I'm not sure what's going on.
This point is for us. Now, when you talk about slavery, right? We talk about systemic racism. We talk about the Willie Lynch letter, right? We talk about, the black man is God, right? We talk about, the greatest soldier in a white man's army being the black woman and the black woman being the pawn. And then they figured out early on through slavery that because they were killing us, right? But they figured out if we get the black woman, or we get the whole joint. Okay? So,
you know why? Go ahead. I want you to explain why, because I think it need.
But I get to that, but I want to finish the messaging point, right?
All right, so let's break this down because he lost Sister Girl around about the pawn part.
It's like something jumping off the screen right now because it's like, somebody when a short circuit and they just start kind of twitching. Yeah, she got this twitch.
So, you do that sometimes.
Maybe that's why I can notice it.
Right.
Because he said Willie Lynch, and then he talked about the black woman being the pawn, and then boom, she's like having this short circuit going on. I don't know. I'm trying to read that, but so what you were pointed out, I know that's what it was. So he's speaking, and then she's like, wait a minute. And she interrupted him. And then she goes, well, explain it. And he's like, I'm trying to.
Right.
Okay.
Keep it cohesive for myself. Might forget a lot of information here. So, what they did was they made the black woman hyper masculine, right? And they made you and me we're studs. We're gonna be in the field. We're handy, right? And I think, and I'm trying to kind of connect it all because he made a valid point, right? The government empowered black women.
Is that
to
breath?
Strategically move the position of power from the black man.
Remove the power from the black man.
Right?
Yeah.
So now the black woman in that instance becomes drunk off this power, and then she has a disdain for the black man, and then it becomes perpetuated over generations. So with slavery, what they did was they call it buck breaking. They gang bang us, rape us, cut our balls off in front of the black woman. And then before they kill the black man, they'll make the black, after they did him dusty, they'll chain him up, right? Look, they'll chain him up, right? They'll chain him up, beat him within an inch of his life, and then unchain him, and then rape and do that to the woman. And then the woman is looking at the man like, come save me. But mentally, he's dead. He doesn't even have no fight in him. So now she doesn't even have no respect for you. You fast forward to this generation, black women don't respect black men at all. And when you understand that, and it's a lot, so I'm trying to make it like simple, right? Because a lot of people, they respond emotionally and not intellectually. And there's no empathy for black men. There's no sympathy for black men. You don't even love black men. You don't even know who we are. You don't give a fuck about us. Pay my bills, eat my ass, and that's it. Okay, so.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you, there are some profanity in this. And let me just give you a reference point why he's saying this. All right, so I think her name is Sukiyana. She is a singer and is a black artist. Well, not a singer, she's a rapper. And these are some of her lyrics.
Oh.
And Sexy Red has
I've heard this person's. Yeah, I don't listen to any of that, but I've heard the name.
Right. So a lot of that was for effect, but it was also to prove a point, right? It's like these are the lyrics that we're listening to from the black woman. Now, reverse, I hear the black woman saying, "You better hit it. You better. I got you. I got you." All the rappers out there that was talking dirty about black women. Okay, so he didn't hit that point. I'm hitting that point. I get that part, and I gather that why they can do it and we can't do it. Nobody should be doing it.
Yeah, I think that's the point.
That's the point. Nobody should be doing it.
The point.
I don't care which side you on. Nobody should be talking to one another like that.
It's important that black men understand what was done to us and why it was done to us. It's also important that black women understand their position in systematic racism and how they're being utilized to destroy their whole family and their whole community and whole generation. Okay? Now, a black man's role is to be the protector, provider, maintainer, sustainer, and leader. I'm a man,
Producer.
Protector, provider, maintainer, sustainer. Now, notice how she cut him off? She insists on cleaning up his language like he's her son. Protector, provider, maintainer, sustainer.
Producer.
You have your opinion, I have mine.
Right. I'm just giving it. Producer.
Right. I got you. You have what you want to put in, right? And so I'm saying protector, provider, maintainer.
Why? Why all of that?
But what?
The attitude, the demeanor, okay, is he a guest here on this?
He's a guest.
He's a guest.
Yes.
This is how a guest is treated in their house?
Yeah.
He's a guest? That was ridiculous. That was extremely rude.
But I do appreciate how he's handling it, though.
Yeah, I don't think he's responding emotionally.
He's not reacting.
Right, he's not reacting.
He's responding. And he's not trying to fight. He's not looking for a fight. Because notice he said, you have your opinion, I have mine. I'm just giving you one. Right, and you check that. Okay, cool. I respect that. Now let me finish what I was saying, because what I was saying was infinitely more better than what you had to add. You know what I'm saying? Because what I was saying, I was going somewhere. He started back over. You've gotten your word out, and let me cook.
And a sustainer, right? Protector, provider, maintainer, sustainer. A woman's role is wisdom and balance. Okay? Now, the black man gets his provision. He gets his provision, right, from God. And what happens is there's a vibration. It's a lot, so I'm trying to make it simple, right? So how you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. So when you're around an alpha and you're around you in that frequency, right?
Alpha what?
Man. Right? And that energy, that frequency, right? It can throw some shit off. Because you're conditioned not to even be around that shit. And then you become sensitized, not desensitized. You're very sensitive to that energy, and then now you don't know how to read that energy. You think he's narcissistic. You think, no, he's where he needs to be to take his place. So I feel like black men need to disregard how black women feel about our masculinity.
Yeah, I could get with that.
And be more self-contained.
Yeah.
I don't need you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need you. I don't need your money. I don't need none of that. I'm not sleeping on your couch. Don't give me no keys. I'm going to get my own. I'm going to go to God. And when you don't want to fit my program, Goodbye. Go. You're not needed.
Needed him. Just that part right there. I could do without the profanity and all the extra. I can do personally without that. He needs to take a bow on all the things, everything he just said.
Yes.
Oh, listen. There's order there. What he just explained was order, right? And she was sarcastic and condescending by saying an alpha what?
Yes.
Because
we all know which one he was talking about.
Right, but she wanted to assert herself, and I will say this particular woman and many women like her want to assert themselves. Well, I'm an alpha woman too. Well, guess what? If you're talking about the animal kingdom, can you imagine Sarabi coming in there and trying to bite Mufasa's head off? I mean, it's just like, come on. There's an order here.
Yeah, right.
Go. You're not needed. You're dangerous. I don't want to bear seed with you. I don't want to sleep with you. I don't want to be your friend. I'm staying away from you. And there's a lot of black women that get it, and they love the masculinity that we project. Black men, we project energy. Women receive energy. You see? So now, for the black women who are confused, right? A woman has to lead with 3 phases of love. The first phase of love is informative, right? So she's informing that black man of who he is. She's informing that black man that, yo, look, you get your provision. You're going to be the provider. You're going to be the head of this household. Even if she's Oprah and he's broke, she's going to uplift him through the information. That's the first phase. The second phase is unconditional.
There's the short circuit keeps happening.
She act like she's been rich her entire life. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know her. Maybe she hasn't been, and maybe that's the problem. I really don't know. But regardless of that, irregardless of that, you can tell that there's something there.
Then the last phase of love is tough love, accountability. The problem is a lot of our women are conditioned to lead with the accountability first, and they don't set the table with informative love and unconditional love. See?
Which comes off as disrespect and combative.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
But again, this is why black men need to be in tune with self. And when that woman is argumentative and she want to talk and every 5 minutes she want to get a word in and she just can't shut the fuck up, let her go. Don't beat on her. Don't catch no cases. Let her go. Literally let her go.
Yeah.
And you vet her with your frequency. You vet her with your vibration. I walk in some rooms and I get around certain black women and I start talking, they can't stand me. Good.
Goodbye.
Good. Why?
Why is that they can't stand you?
Because I just told you, a lot of black women are not used to a black man that has confidence. A lot of black women are not used to a black man who...
Wait, I just want to clarify. You saying that black women can't stand you because of your confidence?
1,000,000%. A lot of them.
I think
it's because, hold on, because I'm a nigga. I'm a op. I'm a blood. I'm a fuck boy.
Wait,
I'm a trick.
Who are saying these things?
We're saying what I'm. You got to understand this for the camera. I got you, but I'm saying it right. So you maybe you understand later, maybe you won't. It's okay. I'm a op.
No. Just hold on one second.
Yeah.
I'm asking questions because we have an audience.
No, for sure.
And I want our audience to understand what you're saying.
They do understand.
No.
Pause. Did you understand what Smart Guy was saying?
Yeah, he was saying that that's how people perceive.
You got that?
Yeah.
Okay. Making sure. I got that on the first.
For sure.
And I want our audience to understand what you're saying.
They do understand.
No, it's cool. I know my audience. So what I'm saying is that I just want you to kind of be responsive when I'm asking you so that we can have clarity when we do our
The clips that make sense. I mean, I do this all the time. So I'm a op.
Okay, sir.
I'm a blood. I'm a crip. I'm a scammer. I'm a jack boy. I'm a nigga. I'm a rat. I'm everything but a god.
Everything but a man.
And then they use music, right? They use crack in the 80s to break down black communities. Now they're using music, right?
Now notice how she doing everything in her power to disrespect this man.
Crazy. Black men are the only race of man that gets publicly disrespected by their women
Consistently.
Like religiously.
Yeah.
His point wouldn't be so solid if she wasn't acting like that. If she was not acting like that, his point won't be so solid. She loaded him up. Every time she threw something, he grabbed and put in his weapon. Oh, another one. Oh, man, I can't catch all these, man. I mean, I got to unload some of it now. And that was all on her. I understand what you were saying about his delivery. It can be better, but his approach reveals that.
You see? So now, when you come around as a black man and you know who you are, and you know you're the leader, you know I'm a god, she's a goddess. I'm a god, though. I'm the original man. I'm not here to tell you who I am. I'm him.
Treated accordingly.
And if you don't understand, it's not for you. It's not to be understood. And a lot of times, black men, masculinity is application, not advocation.
With everything that you believe, do you think that we have to re-educate the black woman?
Hell no. Absolutely not. Listen, Noah's Ark, the ramp is up. And it's going to rain, and a lot of sisters are going to drown. Bye. Let me tell you something. I just told you in the beginning. Look, the greatest soldier in the white man's army is the black woman. It's a lot of black women. Listen, it's a lot of brothers that lost their lives, that literally died, wasted time trying to build. Listen, did everything right. Got married, babies, listen, everything. And a woman set him up, got him killed, and took the money and ran with a Chinese man. You feel me? So, black men need to have confidence. Listen, you know how beautiful you are? 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 Shit, I know I look good.
Aye.
I'm not sitting here, Bob, shorty, there's a door that way. Beat it.
I love it.
And let me tell you something. And that's a scary thing, right? Because that's the accountability, right? Because if you, listen, how can I have a family with you? How can I, think about it. Listen, you want to dress like a whore. You want to wear the pants. You don't know when to shut up. You have no wisdom. You're not a nurturer. I got to take care of everything. You got a rouster. Yo, what am I? Are you crazy?
Where's the incentive?
I'm cool. If I get sick, you ain't got soup for me. If I'm on fire, you won't even pee on me. I'm equivalent to this cup holster that she's having right here.
Another slave.
I'm cool. She can go. Fuck that.
I think you can re-educate.
Let me tell you something. You got women, right? You got some women, like real shit, that hate black men. You hate everything about me. I'm a god. I'm beautiful. So you mean to tell, I'm not saying you. Don't make it personal. I'm saying I'm generalizing, right? And black men need to have that. It's not a problem.
Now she never.
Did you see that? Don't you?
She's so heated that she directed that at the other guy that she works with all the time because she can't throw it at him because she know he gonna throw it back. So she took it out on the wrong guy, and he's trying to help her. I'm just trying to tell you to use the mic.
Did y'all see that?
Emotions.
Did y'all see that?
Wait, don't you?
She forgot where she was for 5 seconds.
Child.
Now let's listen to what she got to say.
But
Problem. No. We are semantics.
Because a lot of black women say black men all the time. No. My name is Smart, not Sir.
Okay, Smart.
Thank you.
The thing is that in making generalizations, you use, and you said you're a wordsmith, right?
Speaking how I want to speak.
Understood. But
Okay.
You're saying you're using generalizations, right? But generalizations don't apply to all. So I think the reason why
Only a hit dog is going to holler.
Okay.
I agree. My name is Smart, not Sir.
One time for this other young lady who is so composed.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard her peep, moo, cow, winch, meow, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And see, that to me says a lot. Whether she's plotting and planning, I don't know. Whether she agrees or disagrees, I don't know. I don't hear her. Her facial expression, she must have a great poker face.
Yeah.
Because she is composed.
She's an assassin.
Probably.
He's an assassin.
See, I've watched Assassins. I understand the mindset of an assassin. I'll say it that way.
Mm-hmm.
I understand the mind of an assassin.
Yeah.
So,
And that doesn't mean that's not a bad thing all the time. Don't twist it. That's not a bad thing all the time. Basically, what I'm saying is she's absorbing everything and keeping her emotions in check. That's all they.
which is an excellent
Excellent.
because A person who is emotional had to learn the hard way. That's all. Person who is emotional, rational.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
When you are able to master your emotions, then you become a powerful woman. I didn't read that nowhere.
Did you hear what that woman said?
I lived that.
You know what? Now you see why it's 19. Now you see why 19 is. Now you see that. You ain't never lied.
You have to put the emotions in check. And right now, this whole moment that she's having is full. I mean, trigger warning here. Like she's fully triggered.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, for this whole segment, pretty much she was triggered and now she's checked out.
Completely checked out.
So all of that was an emotional response. I just think about the ones that maybe this message could have gotten across to. Maybe there are some that are on the fence who grew up in a matriarchy, who've been told, well, you know, girl, go get your benefits. Forget him. You don't need him. Meanwhile, she may be trying to make it work with him or not. Who knows? But fell into the life of the systemic plan, the downfall, you know, for whatever, you know, reason, and fell into that. And she's looking for an answer.
Right.
Why is my life this way? How can I change my life?
But that woman would be receptive, don't you think?
I think she may be receptive, but I also think that for the ones that are on the fence, he probably tipped them over.
To the left.
Yeah, over into the ocean, wherever.
Screw this, I ain't dealing with that.
Yes, because it's for me, it's the delivery. And I'm not saying I disagree with him. All the vibrations, and it's like, I get it. It's like potato, you know, at the end of the day.
What?
So what I was going to say is there are some of us who don't have to do anything, and you walk into a room and you can pick up what's going on you pick up the spirit in the room.
Mm-hmm.
You just pick it up. And there are those who connect with you, and there are those that you immediately repel, and you a word.
Mm-hmm.
You bring that presence with you. And then there are some that think that they come into a room like the ones that I just said and just are illuminating and shining up the room, but really it's like a flickering flashlight.
Right.
You're not really shining anything.
Right.
You're not illuminating anything. As a matter of fact, you're bringing a stench into the atmosphere.
Wow.
And right now, with the purity of the white that she has on, there is a stench exuding from the screen.
Mm.
And listen, I'm not saying real alpha. Listen, at the end of the day, because I don't get into all of that. Actually, I would venture to say this gentleman here is more of an alpha than him, but that's a different story.
That's in your opinion.
In my opinion,
Yeah.
Or whatever. I'm not into the whole alpha, beta, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Have it. But there's a power struggle here. And she's addressing him, if we were talking about the animal kingdom, as if she were a male animal, and she is not.
A male.
That's the problem I'm seeing here.
Now do you see why this is such a problem? Smart guy hasn't said nothing wrong.
He's sharing what he's sharing.
He's merely addressing a particular type of black woman who so happened to be sitting right next to him.
Yeah.
That's what's going on.
That's really.
He is talking directly to her without even mentioning her, and it's irritating her because she's doing her best not to take it personally, but she is. She feels herself to be an alpha, and she's being shown she is not. She can't control none of her emotions.
Ay.
She can't even keep herself still.
She's spilling her champagne. I mean, it's really.
She's bubbling like,
Yeah, she's boiling. She's boiling.
Bubbling. And it all started with the black woman being a pawn of systemic racism, which is not to say that you did it deliberately, lady. That's not what he's saying. He's saying you were tricked, bamboozled, run amok.
Oh, no.
You was all that the same way we were. We took that check thinking, oh, free money, cool, I'm going to go out here and find some work. We didn't know they were going to put guns and drugs in the streets.
Yeah, because like, where did the liquor store come from on every corner?
We didn't know that.
That we didn't put that in the neighborhood.
And we didn't know what the drugs would do to us. How would we ever know? We never had it before. We didn't know what that would do to us, and then not have money to support that habit. Oh, crime went crazy.
It's all. I believe it's been all a plant, and it to this day seems that it's taken great effect.
It's still taking effect to this day.
It
You look at
it
the
worked.
black community; it's in the same shambles that it was back then.